Welcome back, or welcome for the first time, whichever it happens to be. I want to say thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out, help out the algorithm. But I wanted to tell you before we get into the show, my name is Jaylen Kale. Linktree.com/JAK Productions. That'll take you to my music on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, and it'll also take you to my social medias and the Feeling Generous tab. All the proceeds will go to the production value of the podcast and my music, but feel free to check it out. I'm sure I'll have a little thing going right there. It's in the description as well. But appreciate you.
Name's Theo. I make films. You can watch those films at Glasshouse Productions 8 on YouTube, and then you can contact me at Glasshouse Productions 8 on Instagram if you would like to help in any form or way. Behind the scenes acting, anything like that. And all my other links will be in the description in my link tree. That's about it.
And we're already going. All right. So welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast, episode number 49. I think we're on. I want to say appreciate you for checking out the podcast. Hit that subscribe button. It's a free way to show us you appreciate what we got going on. As you heard in the intro, my name is Jaylen Kale. Alongside me, as always,
Theo Kale.
how you been doing this week? What you been up to, kid?
Working on or trying to figure out new scripts I could start writing.
We were talking last week. You were working on what's it called, the shot list or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Have you worked on that at all? Or are you thinking about making one of those, or are you just gonna kind of go with the storyboard and jazz it up a little bit?
I've been working on the storyboards also, or the shot lists. So just working on those, going to work, coming home, sleeping, doing the same thing.
You got anything you're interested in that you're writing so far?
Not really. I mean, I have ideas, but I can never figure out how the story's gonna start.
I can understand that. You like got the you have the climax and all that shit in your head, but no idea how to get it all kicked off.
Yeah.
Sorry, the cat's being a fucking menace in the corner, as usual. But
yeah, it's either like I have an idea of the climax, or like I have an idea or like a scene or idea for a scene, but I can never just like figure out how to start it.
I can understand that. I must say I don't really have too much experience writing, but I used to write like short stories and stuff. For like an English class and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I can understand that. You have like this one scene where you're like, oh, it'd be so cool if there was a movie where XYZ happened, and then you have a hard time figuring out how you're gonna get that scene into a cohesive story.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll figure out something that you like. But still just waiting on the summer to roll around for Spiff and Kush. So
Yeah. Just trying to figure out scheduling.
yeah, it ought to be quite challenging to have how many's on set? Fucking 7, 8 people, I think.
Well, we have 4 people that are the main cast, and then we have
Yeah.
background people.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the background people in some of the scenes.
I mean, I don't feel like it'd be that hard to get background people.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy. I have a few people in mind for background actors. I think they'd be all right with just standing in.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to see. Yeah, I feel like we're just hyping this up week after week, but it's coming. Just hold on, it's coming. Have you given any more thought about the shorts you want to do for like leading up to Spiff and Kush?
Um, Not really. I haven't really thought about that. I've been too focused on the shot list and how everything's gonna work out with that, and then because I still need to finish. I need to finish the shot list, the storyboarding, and figure out the schedule for actors.
Yeah, I'm about to say it is quite a. I feel like that's damn near half of the process.
I'm getting. I think I'm like a little bit more than halfway on the storyboarding.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting there on the shot list, but it's taking a minute.
No, I was watching a video on it was either YouTube or Instagram or something, and this dude was talking about like the different millimeter length lenses.
Yeah.
What is the millimeter length in reference to? Like the diameter of the lens or how thick it is? Do you know?
I am not really that technical with the camera yet.
Fair enough.
I don't really know. I think it's the diameter, but I might be wrong.
I couldn't tell you.
But
he was talking about like, use this one for, like up close portrait shots, use this one for landscapes,
I just know that the bigger the number, the closer it is. The lower the number, the further away it is.
Interesting. I couldn't tell you exactly what he said in the video, but
like if I shot you with a 45 millimeter, or not 45, a 24 millimeter lens, it would be like how you see it as your eyes, like in real life. But if I used like an 88 millimeter lens, it would be like super close and tight on your face.
Interesting.
That's all I know about that.
Right. I don't even remember why I brought it up, but it was interesting to learn a little bit about filmmaking and stuff.
That's probably the most difficult part, is figuring out like all the
technical part.
Yeah. Technical part of cameras and shit.
I can only imagine, bro. Like, I've only ever shot like on my phone or just like a cheap ass fucking camera, but I feel like once you get into like the little bits and pieces of it, there's so much shit you could do to change like how a single shot looks.
You know what's crazy? With this, with Spiff, Diff, and Kush, we could get multiple camera angles if we really wanted to. We have the DP, and then we have myself, which I have 2 cameras.
I'm about to say we could
get like 3 different angles.
That could be interesting. Just make sure that the cameras never catch each other. We're in the editing room. We're like, God damn it, Theo's in the fucking shot. Son of a bitch. Had to go back and edit you out. Nah, you just stay there. Put a little black bar,
Just have a sensor bar over myself in the camera.
Just blur you out in the background. That'd be fried.
But yeah. I don't know about the lighting. I feel like the lighting's gonna be hard. Because I only have this and another light. And I have that small one, but I don't feel like that one and the other one are big enough for like to light up a room.
I don't feel like it should be too difficult. I feel like the hardest part is gonna be the like the last scene in the parking lot or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be the hardest thing to light because like everything else is pretty much inside or it's supposed to be dark outside, you know. But yeah, I could understand the difficulties because with the night shift, it was a fucking trip and a half trying to light that bitch because we had like the fluorescent ass lights on the
Yeah.
inside, but turn off all the lights and it's fucking dark. You turn off half the lights and you're like, oh, goddamn, well, throw the fucking light up, I guess.
But I want to try and use as much natural light as possible, but for
Fair
like
enough.
the night scenes, I don't know how that's gonna work because I don't know if our DP's camera or the DP that's gonna help me, if his camera can shoot in like shoot a clear enough video in the dark, but you never know.
Doesn't your camera have like a night mode on it or something?
Uh,
A dark mode or something like that?
maybe I don't know. I'd have to look.
Especially with all the cameras themselves, they have all the fucking modes and shutter speeds and shit like that. All the fucking
But like,
whatever ISO means.
there's so much uh, like there's only a few cameras that I know of that are like actually really good at shooting at night, and they're a little expensive.
I would
Like money
imagine
I
so.
ain't got type shit.
I'm about to say,
Um,
you told me how much the camera you have cost, and I was like,
yeah,
that's a lot of fucking. That's a lot of Yeezys.
but
Oh shit. Sorry.
I mean, if we really need to, we can just try and use all the lights we have. But
What if we use cell phone footage as well? 3 shots.
I don't know.
We do like a POV.
Oh, don't they have? Isn't there lights in the parking lot? Like overhead
Yeah.
lights
Yeah,
down by the baseball field?
I think so. I couldn't tell you honestly. I haven't been down there in a while.
I know there's some at in the church parking lot, but
Yeah, that could be a little tricky.
yeah,
Shooting a gun scene in a church parking lot might be a little difficult.
maybe a little bit. But yeah,
You know. Oh, I forgot to ask you the other day, but with the podcast, right? You were talking about going bi-weekly, and I was like, damn near if we just get to a year, 52 episodes, and then we just take a little break. What's your opinion on that? We just use the time that we would have filmed the podcast to like shoot stuff and to just get experience.
I mean it works for me, but like, how long are we thinking? Like, we do 1 year, take a year off, do another year, take a year off, or like,
Well, I wouldn't even necessarily say take a whole year off, but like damn near just like up until Spiff Diff and Kush comes out, and then we come back, and that's our first episode back. Whenever that comes out. Because like, yeah, I like doing the podcast. I appreciate everybody for listening, but that's about after setting up and tearing down and chopping it up before we shoot the podcast. It's like 2.5 hours that we could be working on our own shit.
yeah. It's more of for me, it's just more of having personal time because I feel like I'm doing 700 things with all the shit that we have planned for every week.
Right, we got to watch a movie, listen to the album, actually do the podcast.
Go to D&D.
Right.
go to work.
All the extracurricular shit that we have. But that's a decision for future us. So, anyways, onwards and upwards. What do you want to talk about first? The album or the film of the week?
Let's go with the album.
Okay. I got a sneeze coming on. I'm going to mute myself. I think that's it. Sorry. So, the album of the week. Album of the week. Good lord. Is an album by a man called Sir. And the album is called Heavy. So this album like just came out maybe a week or two ago. Maybe not even, but um Sir is one of those artists that like kind of makes I don't know, like in your feels kind of music, you know? Like Daniel Caesar if he was a little more street, you know? Kind of like more hip hop beats, but it's damn near always some like melodic kind of flowy type shit, you know? And I never really was a huge fan of Sir, but this album popped up on Spotify the other day, so I gave it a listen. And I was like, this album is actually really, really fucking good. One of my favorite songs off the album, I believe it's like the third track in. Um, it's called Karma, Sir featuring Isaiah Rashad. I don't know. I've always loved just like super melodic kind of complex chord structures and songs, you know. Like as I said, kind of like a Daniel Caesar type vibe. But what's your overall opinion of the album to you?
Um, I liked it. It's just one of the songs jumped out at me. Um, the Only Human song. The end of that one is really good.
I don't remember what song that was. Turn your phone up a little bit. Or here, I can get it.
The ending, this part is goes hard.
We gonna get flagged again.
Risking it all for a floating, fleeting feeling. That part.
Bruh. I remember. Excuse me.
That whole ending, I feel like you should make a song called Over, whatever the fuck he says. Floating, feeding, feeling. Floating, fleeting, feeling. Jesus Christ.
You got it. Hell yeah.
But I feel like he should make a whole song based around the ending of this one.
That song is really, really fucking good. It's like almost like a acapella kind of vibe in the beginning of the song, and then it goes into the more of like a structured, you know, kind of what you would expect type song, and then it ends with like this super dense harmonic fucking, you know. That song is really, really good. I don't know the songs by name, but I just listened to that one song, Karma. I listened to it like 7 or 8 times. There's one line in the song. It was actually the quote of the week last week. What the fuck was it exactly? Um, oh, sorry, my fucking throat is fucked. Um, the quote was, "It's a little too late to save the old me," and I was like, "Damn, that shit hit." I was like, I ain't never gonna be the 18-year-old little me I was, you know.
What you need to do.
Mm.
You need to make a song called Floating, Fleeting Feeling with that harmonics in it. That shit would slap.
I'll just make my own song that's got some crazy ass harmonic in it.
With that, I mean, technically, it is still your own song. It's just
Just sample that song.
yeah.
It could be interesting.
I don't know why, but I feel like a song with those harmonics at the end would be fucking fire.
Well, that's the song. Bro put it out right there.
What?
The song that he put out. It's got those harmonics at the end.
I know, but like a whole song, because that's the ending of it, and it like cuts off right before it, and it goes into that harmonics instead of like being part of the
Gotcha.
song before they cut it.
Gotcha. It would be really interesting to have a song that's like super harmonic based. I always love like a really weird chord, you know? Like, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear it, but. Oh, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna try and do this for you. Eat. Let's do a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Turn that off. Oh, Lord. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Like. You know, like these two notes, they're right next to each other, so you wouldn't think that they sound good, but I don't know. I'm a fucking dork when it comes to chords and shit. Alright, sorry, I gotta put that back on so you're not hearing everything going on behind me.
While messing with like fucking around on a piano, because I've taken choir and our teacher didn't really care, but like messing around on a piano, or like whenever I had time to just like walk into your room and go
Right.
I'd play some weird ass fucking chords, and they would
Right.
sound so good together.
I come home, Theo's like, listen to this shit, listen to this shit. I'm like, oh, Lord, go ahead. I'm like, oh, okay. Give him a little pat on the back. Fuck out of my room, bud.
But like I'd play some weird chords, and they'd sound good.
That's how it all starts, man. You're sitting at the piano, you're like, okay, let's pick a note to start on and see how this goes.
I feel like I'm more of a percussionist. Like I don't have the dexterity to play drums, but
I felt that.
I feel like I'd be like really good at playing drums for some reason.
I felt that.
Like if I just got the dexterity to do it.
I always wanted to be a drummer, and then I sat behind Kyle's drums for the first time. I said, dum, 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 it was bad. It was not good at all.
But yeah, either that or like if I learned how to play bass or something.
Bass is super fun. It's not like too complicated, but
I like more of like the lower notes, like the bass drum and the bass guitar, instead of like playing the regular guitar where you're like,
just like
playing like the fucking first fret on the guitar type shit.
Well, the first fret technically is all the one
the last fret on the guitar.
There you go. I understand what you're saying.
I feel like I could play piano, but I'd want one of those electric pianos that can do like any sound, like the old one that you used to have.
Yeah, that was pretty convenient when I had that. But this one's nice as fuck, but it's only got like 5 sounds on it, which kind of sucks. But
and then you go like to like Guitar Center, and you just walk into the piano section, and they got like pianos that are like that nice, but have like 450 billion sounds, and you're like,
they got the little Rolodex thing on the top. You fucking fireworks. What the fuck? How did you program fire? Yeah, he's playing. Doing the fucking national anthem with fireworks.
But yeah,
or they have like a cat. You're like, why?
The cat.
Why keyboard. Why did y'all program that in there?
The cat keyboard that kids play with.
It sounds just like that too.
I feel like you could do so much with the piano. Like if it's one of those pianos that has a bunch of noises on it.
Oh yeah, I used to use my piano for like bass and like my older music and stuff. Just pull up a bass sound on the piano and use it instead of like actual bass guitar.
But then they like your old piano used to have like a synthesized sound where you'd press a key and it'd go whoa 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 on that note.
There was all sorts of sounds on the other one, but I usually use like the sounds in GarageBand. There's so many like sample packs that you can download, and you can modify like all the sounds. You know, change the wavelength, change the decay, change the fucking reverb. All there's like 12 knobs on each sound, and like each sound preset has like 12 like pre-made sounds within it. So like there's really no fucking end to the amount of shit you could use or make with all the sounds that I have. It's just a matter of finding the correct sounds. We'll get to a TikTok about that later
on. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
Story of my life.
There's something about music too. Oh, it's so weird how you can tell, like if a musician uses a professional mixer or not. Like, not saying your music's bad, but like
he's saying my music sounds like shit.
It's just like I can tell the difference that like you don't. Like if I didn't know you, I could be like, oh, this doesn't sound like he like actually went to a studio. Whereas like
studio day in my house.
Whereas like Sir over here.
Right. They
sounds like he's in a fucking studio type shit.
So, with the actual album release, you have
it's crazy though.
The producer that makes the beat, the engineer that mixes all the shit, the people that master the track at the end where like, they take out all the buzz and all the, fucking bring it to life at the end. With me, I just got two chords that are about 17 years old and what's it called? This thing. The iRig, bruh. If you're at home musician and you got a iPad or something that you record into, an Apple product, get you one of these cells. You plug your guitar in this end, plug this bitch into the whatever you got. If it's still got a aux cord, and it's got a little aux cord you plug headphones in, listen to while you're playing. Fucking revolutionary. Changed the whole game.
But I mean, I can't really say anything. My shorts look like shit, so
you only have
short.
One. Yeah, I'm about to say you only got one, and it was the first one, so it's inevitable.
Bro, the color grading. I looked back.
That first scene, that first little cut is entirely white with Russell's steering wheel, and then his shirt. But that's it.
Oh my god.
A ghost walked in.
Fucking.
I said, oh shit. That man got lost. He said, oh shit, floating eyebrows.
I was looking back on it and I was like, God damn, that's so bad. Just like the white balance on that shot.
Yeah,
so terrible.
The raw footage was terrible to begin with. Like, you shot right into the sun. So, like, imagine shooting the podcast, but we're facing the light. Like, the cameras are facing into the light. Yeah, it was.
I didn't realize that until after I shot it, and then like we did. That wasn't even like the only one we took. That was like one of the three that we took.
Yeah, that was the best one. If that tells you anything, that was the best one.
I also kind of hate that, like in that film, when we drove over the speed bump, the camera shook. Like that shit irritated me.
It happens.
But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's my first film. It's not like it's got to be fucking studio worthy. So
we need to get you one of those clapboards for the next time we film.
I got one.
Cause bro, the fucking lining up the audio with the video on the last one, I can't even promise half of the audio was from the correct clip. I know one of them's not. I know that for sure. But the other ones, they might be. They might not. The world may never know.
I feel like this one will definitely be better because I'm not gonna be the only one behind the camera.
Yeah, you have a little bit more help on the back
And
end.
Also, the audio won't be recorded by me. It'll be recorded by somebody that actually knows what the fuck they're doing with audio.
Let's go.
So they got like lav mics and boom mics and shit. So
They gonna be on the set, just
basically,
bruh. I'm not gonna know how to act.
you'll be like, "Oh damn,
Oh,
we in
shit.
the fucking real,
Let's do
we in the
this. Okay.
business."
Hollywood. Let's go.
You're still standing in mom's house though.
Right. Mom comes around the corner. So how long are your friends gonna be here? Just shut them. God.
Cut. God
Cut.
damn it.
Cut. If you want to be in the film, you got to say something. We'll build your part. You'll be like Charlie Brown's mom. We'll never see your face. You know.
Hopefully, I can work on more projects with the DP and the audio technician.
Hopefully so.
They're both really good at their jobs. So
Hell yeah. You have to show me some of the stuff that they've worked on. If it's out there.
yeah, I'd have to search for it. They didn't really tell me what they've worked on. They've just what I've seen from the short that I helped on.
Gotcha. Is there a release date, or is it out on that short that you worked on?
Not yet. The director / creator of it is editing it right now.
Hell
Work.
yeah.
He's trying to get like trying to get us to like give him feedback
There you go.
so he can like fix parts and shit,
Right.
which we've been doing, but he's just editing.
It takes a while.
Yep.
Or can take a while at least. I've been fucking itching to edit shit, but I don't have anything to edit, so I'm like doing extra shit on the clips and stuff, but
Why are you fixing the edit shit?
I don't know. I just started editing the music video and I was like, damn, this is kind of fun. You know.
You're like, maybe I should be an editor instead of a musician.
Damn near though. I could damn near do it though. Just sit down and edit for a few hours. Take a little snack break and sit back down.
You get paid to literally sit in your house.
I
and edit.
definitely need a better chair. This chair that I found at the dumpster.
Cheeks hurt, man.
Oh yeah, bro. At the end of the podcast, I have to do ass stretches. Sitting here to flex and doing Kegels with my butthole. It's a mission to get through the podcast, bro.
I definitely need, like, after we're done shooting Spiff, Diff, and Kush, I'm gonna come over here and have you teach me what you know.
I know what YouTube knows. YouTube.com. Enter search bar how
Jaylen,
to
we've talked about this.
XYZ in Premiere.
We've talked about this.
Enter. They will tell you how to do it. You put a little side-by-side screen on your computer, video on the left, Premiere on the right.
We've talked
It says,
about
okay,
this,
go in here.
Jaylen.
Effects, dissolve, dip to black, put that bitch on there, and the clip will go like this. Let's hope I remember to edit it in. 31 minutes, 56 seconds. I'm going to put it in my notes so I can remember to do it. All right.
We've talked about this, Jaylen.
What have we talked about?
That my brain doesn't take lessons like that. Like, I can do it, like, look at YouTube videos, but when I try and do it, it doesn't fucking work. And then I get mad and I'm like, fuck this.
I felt that. I felt that.
But
Whenever
like, if I have somebody next to me and I'm doing it while the video's going, or if I have somebody next to me teaching me, and they're like, do this, and then I'll do it, and they're like, nah, you did it wrong. Do this. And you show me, and I'll be like, all right,
Gotcha.
I know.
Okay.
But watching a video, they don't stop in the middle of the video and go, you did it wrong.
Okay. I'll have to I have to get a different setup than I have over here. Or we'll sit at the breakfast bar or something. But I'll teach you what I know, young Padawan.
The
The
way
magic of the
the way I learn is very weird.
way everybody fucking learns is weird.
Like most people can literally watch a video and be like, "All right, do it in 3 seconds," and it fucking works. Where if I do it, it's like takes 5 years for me to fucking get one video down.
I must say, I feel like I learned it damn near the same way as you. Like, if you show me and then I fuck it up and correct me, like, oh, fuck, okay. In the noggin. I know how to do it now.
That's why I hate when, like, people are teaching me and they just fucking walk away.
I can understand that.
They're like, do it like this, just like this. And then I do it and they're just fucking gone. And I'm like,
they come back 10 minutes later. What the fuck are you doing?
I got a fucking pot on my head and they're like, the fuck's going on here?
It's like, how did this even happen?
I don't know.
Pride.
But,
all right. Onwards and upwards. Let's talk about the film of the week. Okay. Tell the people about the or what it is and a little bit about what goes on in the movie.
So the film of the week is the Zodiac. I don't know if it's called the Zodiac. I think it's just. I believe it's just called Zodiac. Yeah. But it's called Zodiac, and it's about the killer, the Zodiac, and these 3 guys that work in these 2 guys that work in a news station get like letters from the Zodiac killer, or like their, what are they called? I don't know, if hidden messages or some shit like that.
Yeah, they're like coded messages from the Zodiac.
Yeah. And so they're trying to figure out these codes, or they're trying to crack the codes. And the cop that's on the case of the Zodiac comes to them, and it's basically them just cracking the code and trying to figure out who the Zodiac killer is.
I'm about to say,
it has 3 great actors in it, though.
I'm about to say the cast is really fucking good. I'm about to say the fucking print on the screen is a little too small, but it's got Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, and what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so half of the Avengers and Jake Gyllenhaal. I was watching the movie and I was like, damn, Robert Downey Jr. just fucking bodies whatever role he fucking takes on. I haven't seen a Robert Downey Jr. movie that I was like, yeah, it's all right.
Oppenheimer.
That's not like a Robert Downey Jr. movie though. He was just kind of in it.
I mean, he still bodied it, in my opinion, but
to each their own. But we ain't got to get into Oppenheimer right now. But anyways, back to the movie.
You can't be talking shit because they won.
Okay.
Sure.
Just because a few whites in Hollywood said it's good doesn't sway my opinion.
That's rude.
But the Zodiac, right? So what made you pick Zodiac? Are you interested in what's his nuts?
I've just been watching a lot of like YouTube videos on like serial killers and shit.
Okay.
And so I was like, what's that film called that has Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo in it? That's a crime movie. And I was like, oh, it's the Zodiac.
There you go. Found it.
That's why I chose
it. Sorry. So every now and again, I like to go on a serial killer investigation spree or something. I guess whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Or like, you ever seen like interrogation footage?
Yeah.
There's this YouTube channel called EWU Crimes or something like that.
And, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they do it's like a breakdown of the interrogation footage. So like they'll be doing an interrogation and then the person being interrogated will cross their legs, and then this dude like dubbing the video
Yeah.
is like, when they cross their legs, it gives off the feeling of blah, blah,
But a
giving
lot of
y'all
them's like shit that you've never heard of.
right. It's like really obscure, like somebody went missing, and but they weren't really missing, or
Or
this
like,
dude like chopped off his wife's head in the middle of fucking Nebraska, just
yeah.
like the most weird shit. But every now and again they'll do like a kind of more famous one. But I always find that shit interesting, like the psychology behind like what the human body will do on its own. Like you can't mask what the human reaction is.
You know what fucking kills me every time?
Uh,
So whenever I'm watching like stuff like that, or like I was watching a YouTube video on like an illness that like went through the world,
uh-huh.
and they're like, the side effects of this illness are this, this, and this, and I'm like, I got all them bitches. Does that mean I got it?
He said, "Oh, I might be a psychopath." I can understand that, but I feel like you gotta get a head on your shoulders. You ain't gonna go on and killing nobody. Knock on wood.
He's right here right now.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
He said, the episode is over. You just, ow, fuck. Ow, ow. Like, oh, well, I guess the podcast is ending now.
Welcome back to the One Tone Podcast.
You just come back, you got like bloody hairprints and shit. Welcome back to the One Tone Podcast. My name is Theo Gale, and I'm done. I'm done with this head. So, anyways, back to the Zodiac killer. Did they ever? I didn't.
No, they never.
They never figured him out. I feel like I heard something recently about the Zodiac
They've cracked
killer.
some of his codes, but they haven't figured out who it is.
All right, I gave it a Google real quick. So many theories regarding the identity of the killer have been suggested, and the only suspect authorities ever publicly named is Arthur Lee Allen. Damn. That's crazy as fuck to think to somebody that, just went around fucking killing motherfuckers.
In California.
Right, and then called the cops and was like, yeah, I just killed these bitches half a mile off the road. Come pick them up.
All right, Kyle, that means watch out.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Zodiac could be anywhere. But I was watching...
You know what would be crazy? If they made a film about a serial killer, but then that serial killer calls the studio while they're making it.
They're like, don't put out the movie. Ooh, I kill everybody.
That should be crazy.
That'd be fucking nuts.
But, yeah.
So, out of all the famous serial killers, who intrigues you the most? Like your Jeffrey Dahmers, your John Wayne Gacy's, Ted Bundy's.
I don't really have one. I like more of the ones that you don't know.
You ever hear about
or like the ones that have never been caught type shit?
You ever hear about like the dude that robbed the bank and he had like a bomb around his neck?
Yeah.
That
they have a whole fucking
crazy.
show on Netflix about it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
shit's crazy as fuck. I saw it on YouTube forever ago.
They have a whole show based on Netflix about it, and in the video of the video of the guy sitting in the parking lot.
Yeah.
While the cops are around him, and he's like, I got a bomb on my neck, and they're like trying to get the bomb squad there as fast as possible, and then you just see his fucking head explode.
Yeah, I saw like the footage, like the reporter footage on YouTube, and that
so
shit
it explodes, and
crazy.
then they cut it like seconds after you see it, and it's like,
damn,
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
He said, "Wow, that's a lot of therapy coming up." Okay, I must say, I saw the fucking like the reporter footage, and that shit was crazy as fuck. If you're not familiar, this dude like robbed his bank, and then he had his bomb like screwed around his neck, like this metal thing or whatever, you know.
It was like a handcuff,
Right.
like
You know, like
the thing that goes around your wrist, but it was around his neck.
like the stocks almost, you know, like you have them, you know, like medieval times. Put the head in the hands and you stand, you know. Anyways, had a big ass bomb around his neck, and he was like, "These people put this bomb around my neck, blah 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 blah," and the police ended up like stopping him, and then he sat in the parking lot of the somewhere, I forget exactly where, but and then eventually the fucking bomb went off, and you know, obviously fucking bro died, but it's crazy as fuck because like they never figured out
No, they
what
figured it out.
did they really?
Yeah. It was so the story is that the guy that had the bomb around his neck, old lady, um, an older man, and then one of the female's friends, all got together and they're like, we're gonna rob this bank for this money, but we need somebody to act as the victim, or we need somebody to go rob the banks, basically.
Right.
And so they take the guy that had the bomb around his neck, and they're like, all right, we're going to need you to deliver a pizza at this address at this time. And so he goes and delivers the pizza, but he's with the group. And they take him they take him into the building and then put the bomb around his neck, and he thinks it's fake, but it's real.
Yeah, damn.
And then they send him, or like while he's trying to put it on around his neck, he's like having second thoughts about doing this, and they're like, it's gonna be fine, and they strap it around his neck, and they send him off, and again, it's real, but he thinks it's fake, and so he goes in, does all this shit, gets stopped by the police and dies.
God damn.
And so
Did they arrest the other people involved?
They arrested the woman and the man, the older man. But I think the friend of the woman that was also in the group passed away before he could get like connected to it. And so they just like, fuck it, we got the two. But yeah, they're in jail.
That's fucked up. There's so many fucking crazy ass cases, like, you know, I'm sure throughout the world, but especially the ones that I've seen on the YouTube channel we were talking about, they're mostly like American or Canadian or, you know, pretty domestic. It's crazy as fuck how much crazy fucking shit happens that like nobody ever hears about. And then you see this random ass YouTube documentary about it and you're like, fucking can't trust nobody. This fucking bitch married this dude, and then 6 months later, he fucking tried to kill her. I'm like, goddamn. The world is a crazy place.
All right. To get off of the subject of murder and
Yes.
killing people, one of the worst things about being an artist is the depression phases. Being like, fuck this shit. I don't want to do it anymore.
I fucking felt that.
But then you're like, I spent all this fucking money on this equipment. I ain't gonna get $1 back if I quit now. Might as well just keep going.
Big facts. I saw this Instagram reel or whatever it was, and it was like musicians when they realize they're starting to get sad, and then the dude was like, you know, all distraught, and then he looked up and he was like, being sad creates the music, and he was like, you know, smiled off into the distance. But I was like, you know, on the one hand, I'm like, damn,
Guys,
life fucking sucks, and then I'm on the other hand, I'm like, life fucking sucks. You know, I'm like, damn, that could be a hit.
Guys, there's somebody that's acting like an owl. Ooh.
That's one of my favorite fucking videos. It's just so funny.
But yeah, people don't understand. Like, Kids think it's all this great rage of being an artist, and it's like, y'all don't know. Like, yes, it's a good thing to be an artist, to be creative, but on the other hand, it's like,
It can take a lot out of you.
yeah.
You put a lot of yourself into it, and then it can go one of two ways, and 9 times out of 10 is gonna go the way that you don't want it to go, and then you're like, well, fuck.
Most of the time, artists don't even really succeed in life until after they're dead.
Very true. We was talking about that the other week.
Like physical media artists,
Yeah.
like painters and sculptors and shit like that. What irritates the fuck out of me is when people are like, I'm an artist.
What do you mean?
Or not like that, but like when everybody's like, I can be an artist. I'm da 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 da. I can be the best. It's easy to be an artist. It's not fucking
When they
easy.
see like a painting and they're like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that 110%. Because, somebody's like, oh, shit, I could write a song. And you're like, well, why don't you then?
Or like,
Oh, it'd take too much work. But,
yeah.
So then you can't do it.
And it's like, half of the time it's people that like don't even really care about the art.
Right. It's just like a dig at somebody. It's not even like a constructive criticism of the art itself. Yeah. It's just like why you choose to be a dickhead about it.
As an artist, in my opinion, you just need to learn how to not give a fuck. That's basically what art is just not giving a fuck.
Do I have a book for you? It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
But then, like, there's people that
Fire book.
But then there's, like, people that are artists that do stupid shit, like tape a banana to a wall. And sell it for, like, $14 billion. And it's like, the fuck are we doing?
Modern art is just it's a fucking Ponzi scheme. It's a way for rich people to move their money around that they've been laundering. You can't convince me that fucking modern art is not a fucking...
Like, how the fuck is somebody poking...
Not a scheme.
How is it that somebody can fucking stack 5 buckets of sand and then poke a hole in the bottom one and then watch it fall and be like, that's art?
Performance art is it's on the rise, man. People will... especially in like bigger cities and shit, people are into some weird shit.
The fucking art that... There's like one guy that does like art shows in public, and he literally like has he like vacuum suctions people into like some type of like plastic screen things, and he like sucks all the air out, and they're literally just standing there just because they're
what the fuck
vacuum sealed together, and he gets paid like hella money just to fucking try and suffocate people.
But what qualifies as art is fucking crazy. Like, to each your own, and fucking, I'm sure it takes all sorts of talent to do whatever you do, but I just don't understand some of the shit. Like, I don't understand dancing. Like,
well, dancing is different.
Like, like, it's cool to watch and everything. I don't understand. I don't understand, like, how people enjoy watching people dance. But, some people, that's their shit.
I don't understand how people enjoy watching sports, but...
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I'd rather
everybody's
play
got their own
them
shit.
Personally, but... That's just
I felt that. I'll be getting too old to fucking play soccer for more than, like, 10 minutes now. Like, all right, sub me in, coach. Take me out. Goddamn, we've been going for a hot minute. I didn't even realize.
But, all right. People just be stupid with their art. And it's like
art is subjective.
There's actual like people who are trying to actually like become successful in art, and you're just throwing your dick around, acting like
a lot of it
you're top shit because you try and suffocate people for a living. Like the fuck.
I must say, art's subjective, and motherfuckers will find anything to get a quick dollar. But anyways, let's hop in on the TT's talks, and then
like, there was literally a freaking video of this guy. He had a plate of butter, and he had like a metal like rope thing with a ball on the end, and he was slapping the butter with it. And people were like, "That's art."
Like the performance art nowadays, this shit's fucking crazy. I don't understand half of the shit that's going on. Like, I really don't understand performance. Like, it's akin to dancing to me. Like, it's cool, I guess, but
How is butterflying everywhere cool?
because it's a butterfly. Unlock your brain, kid. You got to look for the deeper meaning. It's not just butter.
I'm not on drugs, so.
Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta be on a lot of drugs.
I
to
feel like a
understand.
motherfucker. I feel like the people that go to like performance arts are like high on every fucking drug under the sun, and they're like,
Wow, bro.
that's crazy.
I feel his aura right now. This shit is going crazy. All right, anyways.
He's not suffocating them. He's just not making them not live. Brain explosion.
All
It's
right.
like what?
How's the love life going? Shit. You know how it is. Another day, another trauma response. Might as well call me self-sabotage at this point. I think I'm gonna get a dog.
The way he laughs at the end.
It was the. I'm gonna get a dog.
That's low-key me, though.
Big TT energy. All right, so sadly enough, TT's been having a social media break, so this will be the last iteration of TT's talks for a couple weeks or so.
Until further notice.
Until further notice. So, enjoy these last 5 TikToks we have for you.
So we built this path here, but we didn't realize that the gates had to shut, right, Antonio?
This is you and Clemente.
The gate won't even close because the road's in the way. What do you think, Antonio?
My God.
No good. It's you, Clemente, at work.
Oh, that's too good.
Bro, did I tell you about Kyle? He
Uh-uh.
he was trying to like ask Clemente about wrestling. And so
God.
Kyle said, Lucha? And I was like, maybe you want to ask him, have you ever watched Lucha?
Right. He said, "You want to fight right now?" Clemente got on top of the center line, put on his fucking Rey Mysterio mask, fucking 619 his ass.
Bro, fucking Clemente is a goat.
Clemente's a straight G, bro. If you ever get the privilege of talking to Clemente, just consider yourself
Sometimes
blessed.
I'll just walk by Clemente and just, dance while the salsa music's playing behind him.
He's fucking fried as shit.
Depression.
Oh, damn dear though. Damn dear though. Oh shit. Almost brought up the entire last podcast. That's me as fuck. Whenever I'm trying to find some drums, and I'm like, okay, I want some drums that's like, it's got some hop to it, and then I find a drum, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty close. I change it a little bit, and it's like, I'm like, oh, that's not
like
what we
next?
wanted. Next, yep. The amount of time I spend just cycling through the sounds I have is
You ever just get irritated
tremendous.
by it?
Yeah, I just
You're just like,
I
fuck,
I don't
this,
even-
I'm not even going.
I don't even.
And then
Oh.
tomorrow you listen to it and it's like, and you're like, the fuck did I do last night?
Or I'll have a song idea, and then I'll be going through the sounds, and I'm like, oh shit, this sound would be cool for a song that's different than the one that I sat down to work on, and I'll work on the other song and forget exactly what I was working on in the
I
first
hate when
place.
I do that shit. Like, I'll be thinking about something all day, and then I go home and I start writing it out. And then I'll think of something else. I'll be like, that's good for another film. And then I'll start working
Yeah.
on that film. And I'm like, can I just, like, fucking work on one?
One thing at a time would be helpful.
Kiki, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Silence.
Bruh. And that is exactly why I could never have a bird. I would do swift justice on that motherfucker at about 6 o'clock in the morning if it woke me up. I just opened up the window.
What about lightning?
I'd sick him on him.
No, I mean,
Lightning?
like, what about lightning right now? Like, he wakes you up early.
Not anymore. I'm gonna say nowadays he doesn't really fuck with me in the morning, but when we first got him, bro, it was a mission having that not have bro fucking wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning talking about some I'm hungry. I'm talking about some go to bed. It's like having a toddler, man. It's an experience. But anyways, I want to say thank you one more time for watching the Two Tone Podcast. Linktree.com/JAK Productions. That'll take you to all my hoo-ha. Linktree.com/GlassHouseFilms will take you to all of TT's hoo-ha. And yeah, that's about all I got for you. So share the podcast with somebody new. Looking for new subscribers. We're getting our numbers up there. But anyways, this has been the Two Tone Podcast. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe or your grandma gonna die. Subscribe. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Hit the button. Please.